Welcome to part 5 of module 1. And here, I just want to outline who the target audience for this course are. So, target audience number 1 is existing farmers. You're already farming, but somehow you think your farming journey is not very smooth. It's too much noise in your farming journey, or you kind of feel you're actually running a charitable entity. It can't pay the salaries for the workers. There's too many things that are actually going wrong. If that's you, then this course is actually meant for you. You're an existing farmer, and you just want to make sure that you smoothen your farming journey. The target audience, number 2, is a potential farmer. You are still just planning to get into farming as probably a side hustle, or you're a retiree. We know that in Africa, farming kind of comes out as though it's a default investment venture for any retiree. Everyone says, I'm going farming, I'm going to farm, which is fine. Obviously we need self-sufficiency in terms of food. But if you're actually intending to manage that as a profitable enterprise, whether it's a side hustle or you've just retired as a potential farmer, this course and many other courses on the Panuka AgriBiz Hub are actually meant for you. So if you're an extension worker that is actually looking at just retooling your extension skills, agronomy, but then you kind of lack the appreciation on the business side, and if you're also a student that is looking at just augmenting the academic know-how with some practitioner-focused nuances, then this course is also meant for you. For the service providers, I'm actually looking at, say, on the finance side, like banks. I have been on the banking side, and I remember a time when most of the banks at the time, and I know there's quite a number of other banks these days, that have actually struck out agriculture on their lending portfolio. You actually find that agriculture does not exist in their credit policies. But for those that still have agriculture in their credit policies and you're lending out, what we are trying to do here is to bridge the knowledge gap amongst the credit officers and any other staff within the bank that look at just the value chain of lending to the agricultural sector. Because what usually happens is that if the credit officer does not understand the risk profile of a farming enterprise, the natural instinct is to basically deny this farmer that facility. We want to make sure that you fully understand the different risks and how you can actually mitigate these risks. I happen to be a project finance expert, and one of the fundamentals that we learn in project finance is that project finance is all about financing and managing risks. It's all about de-risking, okay? So we want to make sure that you are in a position to basically fully understand these risks, and you can be in a position to provide proper remedial measures as opposed to just sending away these applications for facilities. And of course, the universities and colleges. For the last 4 years, I have been running graduate trainee programs where I bring in students from universities and colleges to be with me for 6 months on the farm. And every time I'm actually doing exit interviews, these graduate trainees indicate that there's a huge divide between what they learn in school and basically what they find on the farm. So what we are trying to do again in this course and many other courses on the Panuka AgriBiz Hub is to try and uplift the skill set of these graduates so that they're not just regurgitating and churning out some theoretical, expertise, if you like, but then they can also get some kind of immersion into some practitioner-focused nuances so that they become a lot more useful to the farmers out there if you're going to provide any agronomic services. Because one of the complaints for most of the farmers is that when you actually get these students straight from school, unfortunately, it's very difficult for them to really get their feet on the ground And then you actually see that the farmers themselves are actually not seeing much value in onboarding fresh graduates. Of course, that's a dilemma. But one of the things that we're trying to do in this course and many other courses here is to bridge that gap as part of our agricultural extension value proposition.